Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Denise Francis Robinson, and last time I saw you, this is where we were. And so, for our last moment together, I want us to create something else on top of that second layer. We're going to do a third layer. All right. So with the third layer, we're going to maybe use I would think like a symbol or some kind of shape or something that represents freedom. And so, in thinking about it, I thought of using the butterfly as that symbol. I mean, once we do the butterfly, we can add other stuff. But anyway, come on with me now and let's get started on our freedom piece. So, we're here, guys, and I've now put in some black paint and some white. That's all I'm going to be using in this little section here. So we're going to be doing a butterfly, and I want that to be as easy as possible for you. So think of a triangle. That's the top wing. It's like a triangle, right? And then we have to make the same shape on the other side. Right? So two triangles, or you could even look at it as two hearts. Look at that. Interesting. Maybe I'll emphasize it as two hearts. I don't know. And then down the bottom here, like a little loop. Like a teardrop almost. You notice that? You seen that? And then down here we're gonna go like another little loop, like a teardrop again. And in the middle we do a little, I don't know, a little peg, a little ellipse, whatever you want to call that. Whatever that shape is, that's what it is. you you figure it out. And then we're just gonna do these little antennae here, like a little semi-spiral, and a little one here. All right, and then I am maybe thinking I could do some details. You know, the butterfly has some of these little vein type things here, like a little Y shape. So make it simple, you know, just like a Y. Oh, that's not so much like a Y. Here we go again. All right, and I'm gonna do one down here as well, and one over here as well. So these little Y shapes, I mean, we can dress them up a little bit later. And then what I like to do is, you know, do a little outline on the edge here, like a little wavy line to get some little extra special personality to my butterfly. And there. And guess what? You are done for now with your black paint and the butterfly image on top of all that yummy stuff that you did before, you know, with the words and with the coloring and so on and so forth. So we're gonna build on that now. And now it's time for us to work with our white paint. We want the butterfly to pop. So we're gonna, as I started there, outline the whole butterfly with white. So you're gonna take your time, maybe a square brush if that's what suits you, or you could be round, doesn't matter, whatever suits you. And then we go around the edges, around the edges, yeah. And as we go around, we kind of just dust it a little bit like that, yeah. And then we continue up and around. It's really quite easy because now you're just kind of tracing what you had before and making sure that the butterfly emerges from the background. We're not getting rid of all those colors in the background now, though. Remember, we still want to keep that wonderful, joy-filled feeling, yeah, that we did when we were jumping in mud puddles, yeah. And I'm gonna brush this out a little bit. And guess what you can also do? You can also even use your fingers to just kind of just smudge the edges. That's fine as well. Because remember, the energy that we want to get is the energy of the child. The one that remembers how to play and have a great time. Yes? So I'm going to continue. And when next I see you, this is going to be complete. Going around these edges like this, yeah. And I'm gonna rub this a little bit like that, so it's kind of just, see that? smudge it. Yeah. And of course you can turn your canvas. Make sure, you know, you're always in charge of your space. You don't want to be feeling awkward when you're painting. So if you need to spin the canvas around, spin it around. That's fine. Who says it has to be one position only, you know? All right. So you can continue, guys, and let me see what turns up for you by the end of this outlining. All right, so I'm having a little bit more fun putting my fingers in the paint and rubbing out the edges of the white so it becomes a little more, you know, a little bit blurry, so it's not just like harsh white on the edges. And I noticed that, of course, when putting the white, got on some of the areas I wanted the black, so I just wanted to just go over some of those outlines. Easy. Or even in here to define the wings a little bit. Yeah. And even here I can use my fingers and just kind of just smudge it out like that. Yeah. Or I just gonna take the tip of the square brush and do a little extra on my spiral antennae. Yes, and then of course I'm going to look everywhere. If there's a little space that needs sharpening up, I'm going to sharpen that up. Taking my time now and making sure that my butterfly gets all the love I can give. Yeah, really dressing him up now. And the last thing I'm going to do is put a couple little doodles on the butterfly. Yeah, how fun will that be? I mean, I know that butterflies don't usually have doodles, so who cares? I'm going to do that on this one, putting some dots and swirls and so on, just to make it more fun. Yeah, I'm going to use my white paint for that. And I get a little brush, and I'm going to put some dots along the edges. Yeah, just because I can, and you can too, of course. Anything that brings you back into that child space, you know, anything at all that can bring up that nice energy of joy, of fun, of just having a good time. Yeah, and so that's what I'm doing here now. Yeah, and that's it. And that's it, guys. I think we can call this a wrap in a few. Okay, guys. Ta-da! Yep, we did it. We went the whole journey together, recapturing our creative self by just thinking back to the times when we were kids and we were having fun. So we did some writing and we did some visualizing and we did just painting with our favorite colors and painting with our non-dominant hands. That's awesome. And then of course putting in our symbol. Today we use the butterfly. The butterfly for me symbolizes freedom. I know the big idea is transformation, but whenever I see butterflies I always think freedom, and so that's why I thought it was appropriate for us to use that today. And I also made sure that I added some doodles and some squiggles, and you know, it can continue on and on and on, and I'm going to encourage you to do exactly that. Continue on and on and on, and continue living creative.